Coming up on Evening Edition.
I'm Caleb Barnes in Lincoln County to hear how one Marine is planning on taking a stand for other veterans.
A Kentucky Marine is making his goal to provide help for struggling veterans. A look at his program to help their mental health. Plus,
each day we are processing more transactions and turning away fewer customers.
An update on the state's new vehicle registration, why it's still a good idea to renew way before your deadline. And Lexington Crime Stoppers is asking for your help to find a man they say stole from a small business owner through Facebook Marketplace in broad daylight and in a public place. Evening Edition starts now. Good evening, I'm Larry Smith.
And I'm Megan Mannering. Thanks for joining us. According to the American Addiction Centers, veterans account for nearly a quarter of suicide deaths in the U.S. One Kentucky Marine has made it his goal to help out struggling veterans.
One retired Marine in Lincoln County has found a way to help veterans with motorbikes. Evening Edition's Caleb Barnes has more.
If you spare one life, you can save a generation. That's the motto for Lance Corporal Brandon Rice, a retired Marine with a goal to stop veteran suicide.
I lost a dear friend of mine and his wife, and that I felt something to be done. Especially, I was the only veteran there to salute him off, and it broke my heart. It literally broke my heart. So I felt like we needed to do something.
One way Rice did something was to start connecting with veterans through working on and writing motorbikes.
It's a teamwork skill, and it shows that we can work together as a team to build a bike. It's like giving your unit back to you.
Through working on and riding these bikes, Rice was introduced to Operation Charlie Bravo, a nonprofit dedicated to reducing veteran suicide and combat PTSD.
When it comes to veteran suicide, we're taking the fight back to it. So
Rice felt called to open up a Kentucky chapter.
And awareness just don't feel like enough. It sounds good, and it looks good on paper, but it's not enough. So we come up with a thing called action over awareness, because only action can save lives. And this was our action we were putting into it.
Before opening this Kentucky chapter, Rice first had to plan a fundraiser. The Operation Charlie Bravo Kickstarter will launch Saturday, April 13th at 9 a.m. at First Southern Veterans Park in Stanford. The event already has support from the Stanford Mayor, Dalton Miller, another veteran.
That's exciting, to see. It gives me goosebumps to see that level of people that want to come out and actually help support our action over awareness.
The opportunity to open this chapter gives Rice purpose.
When I see other people smile and I see other people thriving, it makes me feel like I'm doing something good in life, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something right. It gives me something. It gives me back my life to be able to help other people. Until you have action behind the awareness, you can't save lives with just awareness alone.
In Lincoln County, Caleb Barnes, Evening Edition.
Well, if you're renewing your vehicle registration anytime soon, make sure you do it well before your deadline to be on the safe side.
That's because county clerks' offices across the state are now fully using a new system, and they're still experiencing some bumps along the way. Angie Bevan has more from a hearing today in Frankfort about those issues.
Like so many things, it would appear time will ultimately be the healing factor.
There were some quick fixes, and some required more troubleshooting and time.
Kentucky Transportation Cabinet Secretary Jim Gray briefed lawmakers on the status of CAVIS's rollout.
We expected to encounter some system issues to a degree when we launched. Not unexpected. That's normal when introducing, of course, a new system and taking it from a test environment into the real world.
That real-world introduction occurred over the past month. Back in December, all Kentucky County Clerk's offices shut down the old system, which has been around since the 1970s, to begin the full switch to the new computerized system for vehicle registration called CAVIS.
Overall, there have been vast improvements to the system from when it launched the second week of January. As bugs are fixed, CAVIS's features are better understood, and each day we are processing more transactions and turning away fewer customers.
Kentucky County Clerks Association President Tabitha Clemens of Grant County said today that some clerks are hitting roadblocks with CAVIS when processing certain transactions like duplicate titles or some dealer transactions. She thinks it will take a full year to work out any and all bugs.
I'm confident that the CAVIS team will continue to work and fix these random issues as they arise.
Secretary Gray told the Senate committee the cabinet offered training to county clerks beginning last February. Growing pains that he says will eventually result in a smoother process for clerks and customers for the long haul.
That was Angie Bevan reporting. The Transportation Cabinet offered training to county clerks' offices beginning last February. They say those who participated are having fewer issues with the new system.
The state Senate has passed a bill that would not allow college IDs to be used to vote. Under current Kentucky law, out-of-state college students can register to vote in the state and use a college ID as an acceptable form of identification at the polls. However, Republican Senator Adrian Southworth proposed Senate Bill 80, which removes college IDs as a primary form of ID. She argues that since they're not government issued, it isn't verified like state or federal IDs. But Secretary of State Michael Adams has come out against the idea.
It's really important if we ever want to win the governorship that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot as a party and pick on college students.
The bill would also not allow credit or debit cards as a second form of ID at the polls anymore. Senate Bill 80 passed the Senate 27-7 on Tuesday. It now heads to the State House. After several days of gloomy weather, the sun is making a comeback.
Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Mack on when we're expected to see some sunshine.
Oh, yeah, the sun gave us a little tiny tease this morning. Lasted 15, 20 minutes, and then the clouds filled back in again. Those clouds are with us tonight, but tomorrow things are going to be getting better for you. Max Track Live, 7:05. Everything is quiet on this scenario. Through the evening hours, yeah, the clouds are still out there. But as we go through the night, we're going to begin to see them eroding from the southwest. Now, tomorrow morning, folks north and east of Lexington, you still may have a decent overcast. But to the south and west, we may be actually getting some sunshine to start the day. And then as we roll through the morning, I think we all get to enjoy a good deal of sunshine into the afternoon. These clouds coming in late in the day are with a little tiny cool front. It'll be dry when it gets here, but still, it will knock the temperature back a few degrees on Friday, but still well above where we are now. Under the cloud cover and the overcast, it's pretty uniform. Temperatures hovering around the 40-degree mark, upper 30s, low 40s. 37 in Danville, 39 Monticello, Williamsburg, and Jackson. Moorhead and Mount Sterling match that. Frankfort and Lexington, we're sitting at 40, as is London. Your morning tomorrow reflects where the sky will likely be clear. Somerset's the colder spot. Where the clouds are hanging around, temperatures running in the low 30s. As your day progresses and the sunshine ensues, area-wide, we all balance out, and so temperatures will end up topping out in the low and mid 50s with that sunshine and no rain. Get used to hearing no rain and sun. We'll talk about both in a couple of minutes.
Phil, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Well, according to the Tech Report, at least 1 billion people use Facebook Marketplace a month. If you're one of them, you hope the buyer or seller on the other end is good for their word, but that's not always the case.
Unfortunately, 3 victims learned too late that they were dealing with a thief, and that includes an entrepreneur just trying to get his business off the ground.
So I typically sell through Facebook Marketplace because I am a super small business and I can't afford, the overhead of websites and credit cards and things like that.
Last year, Tyler Murphy launched M Technologies, building specialized computers for gaming, video editing, and 3D software. He's had at least 50 successful transactions through Facebook Marketplace, but as his most recent customer taught him, you don't really know who you're doing business with.
He asked all the right questions. He was asking me about, frames per second, what type of graphics cards in it, just everything that somebody that's very knowledgeable about computers would ask.
This man, whose Facebook account has since been deleted, said he was interested in buying one of Murphy's $1,600 computers and requested to meet on Tiverton Way.
When I was putting it back into the box and taping it up and everything for him, I was like, okay, how do you want to pay? And then he asked me the price again, which I was like, well, you should have known the price, but I told him it was $1,600, and he's like $1,600, and then he just picks up the box and just scoots off and runs.
$1,600 gone.
It's going to take probably about 10 more computer sales just to recoup from that loss.
Meeting in public in the daylight, as he's done 50 times before, still ended in theft.
You can do 100 things right and still something is going to go wrong, like this case shows you.
According to Lexington police, the suspect in Murphy's case is likely connected to 2 others, A robbery on December 23rd where the suspect pulled a gun in the same area of Tiverton Way, and a theft on Walden Drive the same day as Murphy's incident.
They make arrangements to meet. When the victims remove the items from their vehicles, the suspect then takes the property, flees the area on foot without paying for the items.
If Murphy could share any advice,
and be very careful and vet the people that you are meeting up with in public, because they are strangers. And as much as I want to trust another human, sometimes, like I've said before, there are bad actors.
Well, if you recognize the suspect in the video or that photo, you can submit an anonymous tip to the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers, and you're eligible to receive a cash reward if the information given leads to an arrest.
A big day in the trial of former Commonwealth's attorney Ronnie Goldie today, as one of the most anticipated witnesses took the stand. Misty Helton. She's the criminal defendant. Goldie is accused of trading legal favors for nude pictures and videos. She testified that Goldie portrayed himself as someone powerful in the court system who could take care of any problems she had. She said she felt pressured to send him explicit pictures because he always helped her. Goldie's attorney questioned Helton's credibility as a witness. He says Goldie will take the stand. He has always denied allegations of wrongdoing.
The Fayette County coroner is asking for help in finding the family members of Charles Johnson. Johnson died on January 10th at a home on Garden Springs Drive in Lexington. He was a 77-year-old white man. Anyone with information about his relatives should contact the coroner at 859-455-5700.
The funeral for 14-year-old Amani Smith, who was shot and killed near an elementary school in Covington, was held at noon today at Latonia Christian Church. According to his obituary, Smith was an 8th grade student who loved to fish, play basketball, hang out with his older brother and friends. Amani Smith died last Tuesday, and his girlfriend was also shot, but she survived. A 17-year-old was arrested for that shooting.
Happening now, the Lexington Rescue Mission is holding its annual count of the homeless population in the city. It'll last until midnight. They're also passing out supplies while counting and surveying how many people are experiencing homelessness. A Lexington man wins a national award for his charitable work at UK Hospital. The Positively LEX 18 update.
It's coming up. Plus, several Kentuckians are nominated for a Grammy this weekend. How one native is preparing for music's biggest night. Evening Edition is back after this.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Celebrate New Year savings with a new ride at Don Franklin Hyundai. Get $2,000 cash back and 6.7% APR for 60 months on select Hyundai Santa Fe models. Or drive away in the 2024 Hyundai Tucson XRT for as low as $37,325. Hurry into Don Franklin Somerset Hyundai.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
To find an agent near you, visit shelterinsurance.com and switch today.
Celebrate New Year savings with a new ride at Don Franklin Chevrolet. Get 1.9% APR for 36 months with no payments for 90 days. Or get $2,750 customer cash back on select 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 models. Find new roads at Don Franklin Chevrolet.
This is an amazing time in my life. I got married, new home, baby on the way. I needed my own sanctuary space. California Closets worked with us to give us everything we wanted. When I enter my closet, it's calm, it's organized, it's its own oasis. This closet is my dream closet. I'm Amy, and this is my life with California Closets.
Visit a showroom or schedule your free consultation today.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or a country fried steak biscuit. Any 2, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Download the free LEX 18 Storm Tracker weather app today.
The American Heart Association and Governor Beshear are teaming up ahead of the start of American Heart Month tomorrow.
Beshear signed proclamations about Heart Month and this Friday's Wear Red Day. Speakers at the event focused on the importance of hands-only CPR. They say anyone can be a lifesaver and you don't need CPR training to perform CPR. Beshear took note of the association celebrating 100 years of helping to save and improve lives.
I've lost a lot of people in the last couple of months. If I'm sure one thing, it's that life is short. And every single moment we have with our loved ones is so critically important. From a guy whose dad told him he had cancer when I was 17 years old and did not know how much time we'd have together, and still have him here with me today, I don't take for granted any minute, any hour, or the work that you all or those groups do to help other people out there.
If you'd like to be trained on how to perform CPR, you can go to the American Heart Association's website. That's heart.org. Now to a positively LEX 18 story update. After weeks of campaigning, a Lexington man has been named 7 Brew's nationwide Hero of the Year.
Earlier this month, we told you about Ralph Coldiron, who was rallying support at the coffee shop for votes to become Hero of the Year. UK Hospital decided to nominate Coldiron because of his longtime support, and he was among the 12 finalists from across the country. Coldiron has been on the hospital's developmental council for about 3 decades, helping raise millions to open it, and he pledged that if he won, he would donate the entire $10,000 prize to the hospital. And this morning, 7 Brew announced that Coldiron had won.
Ralph, you are the perfect example of what a 7 Brew hero is. You've cultivated kindness in your community for countless years, and this is just a testament of your generosity and how your whole community feels about you. You've done such amazing work, and it is such an honor to be able to share your story.
Well, true to his word, Coldiron is giving the check right back to UK Children's Hospital, and it'll be used to help fund the neonatal intensive care unit.
Several Kentuckians are preparing for a big weekend in Hollywood.
The music video for Kentucky native Tyler Childers' song In Your Love is up for Best Music Video. Kentucky poet laureate Silas House wrote the story portrayed in the video, which is believed to be the first mainstream country music video to feature a gay couple. Talking with House earlier today was our Sean Moody as he prepared to head to the awards ceremony, and he said he never could have imagined that he might win a Grammy.
When we were filming the last scene of the video, the costume designer came up beside me, and lots of people were weeping, and she said, "I'll see you at the Grammys." And I thought, yeah, I wish. You know, I could have never dreamed we would have been nominated.
The song itself is also up for Best Country Song for Childers and co-writer Gino Seal, as well as Best Country Solo Performance for Childers. Kentuckian Chris Stapleton is also up for Best Country Solo Performance and Best Country Song for Whitehorse. Stapleton and Northern Kentucky native Carly Pierce are also up for a Grammy for the song We Don't Fight Anymore. The Louisville Orchestra is nominated for their performance in The American Project. After several dreary days, the bluegrass will see some sunlight.
Bill is back with your Storm Tracker forecast. That's next.
Got an ambo pulling up. Duty calls.
Morning. Night turned out all right.
You went on a date with my husband. What is it? I think that woman just asked me for help. We have a possible abduction. Hang on.
Victims all Venezuelan nationals.
This feels like a hate crime. I will protect you.
Chicago Wednesday. New tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Feels good to be home. Ashley's President's Day sale is going on now. With everything on sale, you'll find huge deals throughout the store, including hot buys now up to 50% off. The President's Day sale going on now, only at Ashley.
Now at Sleep Outfitters, treat yourself to the ultimate comfort and support of a Tempur-Adapt mattress with interest-free, budget-friendly monthly payments. Plus, enjoy the pressure relief of a Tempur-Pedic adjustable base for only $14 more a month. Only at Sleep Outfitters.
All of you will find something special at All of You Boutique in Richmond. It's that time. The winter sale has started. Stop in today to find half of the store marked at least 50% off. All of You Boutique, a destination with styles for all of you.
Celebrate New Year savings with a new ride at Don Franklin Ford. Get $2,000 cash Back and 1.9% APR for 36 months on select Ford F-150 models, or drive away in the new 2023 Ford Explorer XLT SUV for $44,163. Stop by today at Don Franklin Ford.
Multiply your fun with a chance to win over $64 million in total cash prizes with Times the Cash scratch-off games from the Kentucky Lottery.
Feels good to be home. Ashley's President's Day sale is going on now. With everything on sale, you'll find huge deals throughout the store, including hot buys now up to 50% off. The President's Day sale going on now, only at Ashley.
BBN Tonight, presented locally by UK Healthcare.
Had a little sun, just a tease of it earlier today. Tomorrow, we get the full helping, or at least for most of the day, we'll be seeing the sun. There'll be some clouds around. It's not going to be a perfectly sunny day, but you know what? At this point, I think we'll take what we can get out of the deal. Even with the overcast around, nothing showing up on the max track, and that may be the case for the next week. So overall, it's not a perfect scenario, not lots of sunshine every day, but more days than not, we will see a majority of sun. We're going to see temperatures well above normal. We're going to flip the script from the cloudy, dreary, cold stuff we've had most of January. We'll flip it to something a little more moderate as we get into February. Hard to believe we're at the two-thirds point now of meteorological winter. For most of us, we do get a chance to dry out here. And the warmth. Normal high tomorrow goes to 44. So with that, you see we are well above normal for the coming week. And then some. In fact, we look toward the latter part of next week. We could push 60 on some of those days. So not shabby. At the moment, we're seeing temperatures that are chilly, but tomorrow we're going to bump it about 10 degrees from where we were today. So Frankfort tops out at 54. Winchester tops out at 52. Mount Olivet looking in the upper 40s to around 50. Danville at 52. Jamestown 53. Columbia 54. Somerset's 54, Mount Vernon, how about 52 in Rockcastle County? Match it in Jackson County there at McKee, but Barberville 56. Jackson comes in 54. And finally we head to the east. You're looking at a 54 in Stanton and a 51 in Maysville. Not a bad day. At the moment, it's upper 30s to around 40. The reason why these temperatures are so uniform, got that blanket of clouds. Overcast in place. And so temperatures just kind of even out. And so you have a 40 in Monticello. You also have a 40 in Cynthiana. We just went to 40 in Carlisle. I mean, it was like magic. It happens. 41 in Boonville, 40 in McKee, 40 in Corbin. It's 40 over in the Hamburg area. It's 40 in Lawrenceburg. It's 40 in Frankfort. Winchester's at 40. You know what? As long as we're at it, Bluegrass Airport also sitting at 40. After a high today of 45, light southwest wind. Barometer holding steady at 30.2. We're just now wrapping up the month of January, and with it, we were snowy. We had 5.5 inches of snow. Not bad. Been a while since we've had a snowy month. Well, it's actually been at least a year because we didn't have much snow last winter either. Normally we'd be at 4.7. Now rain, yeah, this is where we really got socked in. We start out the year at 6 inches of rain, 2.6 inches above normal. That's a lot of water. So what happens tonight? You see the overcast? It's thin. It will be eroding to the north and east as we go into the morning hours tomorrow, and eventually it goes away. We're going to watch this front dropping in from the north. It's got some clouds with it. Virtual radar's trying to show something there. Truthfully, don't expect anything to reach the ground. We then continue through your Thursday into Friday. Some clouds will linger behind the front briefly on Friday. So that's that less than perfect part of the forecast. As we go through Friday, though, we'll see increasing sunshine. With it, that dry high pressure will control most of our weekend. That system's going to dive to the south, and as it does so, should keep most of the rain away. We're looking at rainfall as we go through, well, that's into Monday. Not much, mostly right along the Tennessee line. For tonight, clouds holding on, may see some breaks late south and west, low 30s. Tomorrow, let's enjoy more sunshine. Let's enjoy a warmer day, low 50s. Near 50 on Friday, low 50s on Saturday, low 50s again Sunday. Rain chance in the south. It does warm up nicely next week.
Kentucky hosts Florida in the team's second meeting of the season.
We are getting you ready for it live from Rupp Arena tonight at 7:30.
BBN Tonight, sponsored locally by Nissan. Take the most trusted name in local weather with you everywhere you go. Download the free LEX 18 Storm Tracker weather app today.
Celebrate New Year savings with a new ride at Don Franklin Somerset Nissan. Get 0.0% APR for 36 months on select new 2023 Nissan Rogue models. Or get 2.9% APR for 60 months on select new 2024 Nissan Pathfinder models. Hurry in to Don Franklin Somerset Nissan.
Arby's just learned starboard means right. And if loving wild caught 2 for $6 crispy fish sandwiches is wrong, Arby's doesn't want to be starboard. Arby's, we have the meat.
Because I have both Medicaid and Medicare, I got a special Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare. It's called DSNP. That's DSNP. And it stands for Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. My grandson, it's my boy.
Hey, Grandma.
And a WellCare DSNP comes with a whole lot of these. As in, WellCare gives me benefits I can use every day. And real human support. And answers I can understand. And I get benefits like $0 copays on prescriptions and a WellCare Spendables debit card to pay for things like dental, utilities, and groceries. I can even use it to pay at the pump for gas. And that means a WellCare DSNP provides what I need when I need it. And that gives me the confidence I need to get through every day.
The coverage you need and more. Call today or visit wellcareyes.com to see if you qualify for more benefits.
Window World, simply the best.
Window World is still Kentucky's choice for replacement windows.
No sales gimmicks.
Just the best price, the first time, every time.
Window World of Lexington, simply the best for less.
Celebrate New Year savings at Don Franklin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get over $15,000 off MSRP on select 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab models. Or drive away in the new 2024 Jeep Compass Latitude for as low as $27,245. Don Franklin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kentucky's #1 Ram dealer.
The Big Blue Nation's official station is LEX 18. You're watching LEX 18 News Evening Edition.
The Lexington Community Orchestra will perform at Frederick Douglass High School next month.
The free show will be on Sunday, February 18th at 3 p.m. The program, entitled Passions, includes music from the late Romantic period of classical music. It's the first time the group will be performing at Frederick Douglass High School Auditorium.
Comedian and podcast host Miss Pat has new dates for her Ya Girl Done Made It tour, and she's making a stop in Lexington. She'll be at the Lexington Opera House on May 17th. Tickets are available starting tomorrow morning at 10 with the code PAT. The general sale begins on Friday. You can get tickets on Ticketmaster.com.
And a bit further away, Bob Dylan will be coming to Louisville as part of his Rough and Rowdy Ways worldwide tour. He'll be at the Louisville Palace on Saturday, March 23rd and March 24th as well.
Go Cats!
LEX 18, streaming local news 24/7. Search for LEX 18 on your device.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. Huh, what do you think of this one? From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Celebrate New Year savings with a new ride at Don Franklin Kia. Get 6.25% APR for 84 months on select Kia Sportage models. Or get $2,500 cash back on select Kia Sorrento models. Hurry in to Don Franklin Somerset Kia.
Resource Furniture has been serving Central Kentucky for more than 60 years. With over 50,000 square feet of designer home furnishings, lighting, wall art, floor coverings, and more. All in stock and ready for delivery. Resource carries brands such as E.J. Victor, Theodore Alexander, C.R. Lane, Bernhardt, Jonathan Charles, and many more exclusive brands. Resource Furniture is your destination for the best selection of in-stock designer furniture and accessories. Resource Furniture, open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. East Bernstadt, Kentucky.
Celebrate New Year savings at Don Franklin Family of Dealerships. Choose from thousands of new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for most makes and models. Hurry in to Don Franklin or DonFranklinAuto.com.
Brakes for less. If you have the squeal, we have the deal. All four wheels for $199. Why do customers choose us? Our fast in and out service. Our upfront approach. We only fix what your vehicle needs. Our premium parts. You won't find better value for your money. It's simple. All we do are brakes. Don't forget, get us your keys by 4:30 and your brakes are done today. Brakes for Less. Make an appointment online, give us a call, or just walk in.
These are real people seeking solutions to real problems.
I have plantar fasciitis.
Pain with my feet, my knees.
Feet, knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I definitely feel the heel-to-toe walk.
I'm not feeling any pain, especially in my heel. That's where I always feel it.
I don't feel the knee pain.
I didn't notice any pain in my back.
I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
From your official UK station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight, presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK athletics.
19 games into this season, 89 points per game, 21 feet of 7-footers, and tonight we thought Kentucky basketball was finally going to be at full strength for the first time this season with both Adu Thiero and Rob Dillingham looking like they were good to go in warm-ups, and then we realized, hey, no sign of DJ Wagner, the only guy we didn't see out there. We have seen Justin Edwards, although he's only been wearing warm-ups. Yep. So we don't know. We're working to learn more. This is all just breaking as we come to you live from Rupp Arena. Welcome into BBN Tonight. I'm Maggie Davis.
And I'm Keith Farmer, and yes, we are 30 minutes away from tip-off. We'll take you right up to that. And it's the second time that the Wildcats have met the Florida Gators this season, the first rematch of the year for the Wildcats to this point as well.
I love a rematch. Yeah. A rematch is always fun. Now, a lot has changed since that initial meeting between these two teams. Kentucky, of course, we're going to talk a lot about that. Florida, 3 straight wins coming into this one, although they have dropped 2 SEC road games already this season at Ole Miss and at Tennessee. Kentucky hoping to make it a third tonight. We are getting you ready for it in tonight's Big Blue Story, presented by CHI St. Joseph Health.
Well, tip-off is set for 8 o'clock on ESPN. We'll get you out of here in plenty of time to switch over to that. Now, as for Florida, well, rebounding is still a strength. They're leading the country in rebounds per game with nearly 45, 16 of which are offensive boards.
All right, but Florida has also changed a little bit since that first meeting. We're going to talk about that with you tonight. It's safe to say, though, Kentucky has changed a lot, too. Ugo was just getting into the swing of things. Big Z hadn't been freed yet last time these two teams faced off, and making concessions for all of these changes. Well, that's the fun part of a rematch.
When you see them for the second time, obviously we've gotten better, they've gotten better. One of the things that they do as well as anyone in the country, they're number 2 in the country in offensive rebounding. They've got great size. They do a great job of positioning themselves on the low blocks. So they did a great job the first game, so we anticipate those guys doing a really good job tomorrow night. So we've got to box out, drive guys out, not let them get second and third opportunities. I thought at Florida, their guards did a really good job getting downhill, particularly in the first half. They got some easy baskets in transition, and we've got to get back, sprint all 5 guys back, and not allow those easy baskets.
Well, in terms of limiting those second or third chance opportunities, keep an eye out for Micah Hand-Logden, the sophomore 7-footer for Florida, scores nearly half of his points off the glass, 3.5 points per game on second chance opportunities. He had 6 offensive rebounds against Kentucky and 6 points as well. He's coming off a monster game, though, 23 points and 17 rebounds in 35 minutes in the Gators' overtime win against Georgia back on Saturday. Keith, though, I think Oscar Tshiebwe might have broken our brains a little bit. 17 rebounds doesn't even sound like that many, but it's as many as a Gator has scored since 2011.
Yeah, let's talk about a couple of Hand-Logden's teammates because they've kind of changed as well as this season has carried on. Walter Clayton Jr. and Zion Pullen both went off against the Cats earlier this month. 23 points apiece, 5 3-pointers between the two of them. Clayton's continued to improve. He's hitting 2.5 threes per night in SEC play, shooting about 35% from deep, while Pullen has only improved his ball handling skills. The senior guard is second in the nation and first in the SEC in assist to turnover ratio, and that's using his season-long average of 4.5 assists to each singular turnover. Certainly nothing to scoff at, but in league play, the numbers are way better than that. Better than 6-to-1 ratio against SEC teams. Only 5 total turnovers in 7 total conference games.
Well, something else that has drastically improved for the Gators since the last time they played Kentucky is their free throw shooting. Remember, they really struggled from the charity stripe against the Wildcats back earlier this month. Do not expect them to have those same struggles here tonight, no matter how many free chicken sandwiches Rupp Arena promises, right? And that's because Florida, in the non-conference, well, they were hitting 65% of their free throws, had that really tough night against the Cats to open SEC play, 18 of 29 for 62%, but their average throughout conference play now hovering around 75%. So that would still keep them around the middle of the pack in the SEC, but still, that's a 9% increase from earlier this season, and this is a physical Florida team. They make 18 free throws a game in league play.
All right. Before we get into the next thing, I'm looking down there.
Yes.
We see 2 Wildcats in warm-ups only and not warming up. They're just in sweatsuits, and that's the 2 that we talked about, Justin Edwards and DJ Wagner. Now, because of that, some of these guys are going to have to step up, and we can't talk about that first game without talking about Aaron Bradshaw and his incredible second half to help the Cats to victory in that one. 10 points in the final 9 minutes of the game, plus 7 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block, and you can't forget that three-pointer, right?
Never.
But since then, he's struggled to find consistency. He's dealt with foul trouble that's limited his playing time a bit. And it's a tough balance because in the grand scheme of things, the staff wants him to show that physicality.
You'd rather have a guy who's aggressive than a guy who's non-aggressive. And we want him to go rebound the ball. We want him to go to the offensive glass. But obviously going over someone's back is not, beneficial to us. But we can work on those things. The fact that he's trying, the fact that he wants to go rebound the ball is a plus for us.
Well, today is a prove-it game for Aaron Bradshaw, and he should have plenty of confidence knowing what he was able to do the last time he went up against these Gators. But on the other side, Tyrese Samuel is looking to prove himself for a different reason. The senior forward leads the SEC in field goal percentage at nearly 60%, but he went 1 of 6 from the floor against the Cats. Had only 3 points, and 2 of those came at the free throw line. So watch out for a potential revenge game tonight. The good news for Kentucky, Rob Dillingham should be feeling the same way.
Yeah, really similar situation for him. Dillingham shot way under his season average against the Gators and had only 6 points. He was 0 for 4 from deep, and of course he missed Kentucky's last game with illness, had to sit out for UK at Arkansas. But we watched him warming up. He looked great. He could have had any injury, any signals, and he looked 100% tonight, ready to go.
Yes, and the Cats will certainly need him to play more minutes than usual if DJ Wagner is in fact unavailable. Now we have to take a quick break. Coming up next on BBN tonight, we are bringing Cameron Mills into this conversation.
Yeah, here is take on the Cats and the Gators. Round 2 between the two. That's next, right here on BBN tonight.
I've always believed success starts with building. They believe that at Central Bank, too.
Character, relationships, a plan.
You build those along with a commitment to give your very best to your team,
to your communities,
to the people who believe in you.
And you end up with something unforgettable. That's what makes this more than just a game.
And that's what makes Central Bank more than just a bank.
BBN Tonight, presented locally by UK Healthcare.
Believe in hope, in willpower, in work, in seeking, in screening, in knowing, in treating, in dedication, determination, and we're getting through this, whatever it takes, in bravery, in breakthroughs, in beating the odds. Believe in a cancer-free future for all of Kentucky. Believe in Markey.
Multiply your fun with a chance to win over $64 million in total cash prizes with Times the Cash scratch-off games from the Kentucky Lottery.
At Family Wealth Group, we want you to be prepared for what retirement brings and be able to talk to specialists about what you will need to plan for in advance.
We want to work with you to better ensure that you know what your retirement will be like. We will walk through the Family Wealth Group plan, strategies designed to protect what you've worked so hard for, minimizing taxes and maximizing earnings.
So when retirement comes, you are prepared to enjoy the next season of your life.
To schedule your first visit, go to our website, thefamilywealthgroup.com.
New year, new road, new ride. Start yours in a new Kia from Cartown Kia, where you'll find an incredible selection of new Kias in stock. Like the new 2024 Kia Forte, just $199 down and $199 a month. Or the 2023 Kia Sorento, just $299 down and $299 a month, or with rates starting as low as 0.9%. Start the new year in a new ride at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Ageless's award-winning weight loss program celebrates 40 years of serving Kentuckians. We are proud to now offer semaglutide, the most transformative and effective weight loss solution in the last 10 years. Ageless is now accepting free semaglutide consultations. Call today, 859-335-1330.
Toyota's four brothers have made a name for themselves on and off the road.
Tacoma has been the best-selling truck in its class for the past 18 years.
This is the legendary Toyota 4Runner.
With over 40 years of off-road experience, this SUV has seen it all and keeps coming back for more.
The powerfully efficient Sequoia delivers off-road adventures with style and comfort.
And Tundra is the biggest, most powerful, most technologically advanced truck Toyota has ever built.
Toyota's four brothers. Let's go places.
You're watching BBN Tonight, presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics.
All right, welcome back into BBN Tonight, where we're getting you ready for the Wildcats and the Gators here tonight. And, you know, history kind of on the Wildcats side a little bit. Gators on the road against AP top 25 teams, or top 10 teams, I should say. 5-65 all time.
Okay, but 3 of those 5 have come against the Wildcats, okay? The last time? 1998, and we hate to bring it up, but that loss was certainly not the fault of this guy right here. You did everything you can. 8 3-pointers, 31 points against the Gators.
I took 2 charges too, so my D was on point.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. And the best part is back in the locker room when you all were interviewing, I had everyone around me, and everyone's asking me questions, and the question is, what an amazing game. In the loss, I'm like, guys, look, I would rather have my usual 2 or 3 points in a win than 31 in a loss. Of course, it was such a lie. It was such a lie.
That's good to know.
Knowing how the season turned out for us,
it worked out.
I feel like I'm comfortable sharing that with everybody.
Yes.
I was happy with my 31. Whoever thought I would do that?
Awesome. Well, thank you for being honest with us tonight, Cameron. We appreciate that. All right, let's get into tonight's game. Last time that these two teams played each other, really a hot and cold night from the three-point line. Both teams really opposite nights from beyond the arc, although neither one was particularly great. Florida lit it up in the first half, 8 triples in the first 20 minutes. The Cats went 1 for 10. Then they flipped it after the break. Kentucky shot 40%. The Gators finally went cold, 1 for 11 in the second half. Kentucky currently second in the country, shooting 40% from 3, but typically we do expect them to make more than 5 a night, right?
It's amazing. You think about that game, and you think about the Arkansas game, and it's like, we're just, how are we still best in the country shooting threes? Because we just seem to be so hot and cold instead of consistent. I know we've got 3-point shooters, but we've always expected, we've always wanted to have one. We've got like 5 or 6, maybe 8. And they just kind of hit this moment where maybe it's getting more realistic, but at the same time, this is what makes us good right now, because our defense is not where it needs to be. Our offense has been, but now it's becoming consistent. And it could be just because we're playing more consistent, better competition in the SEC than we were playing before.
Let's talk about one of those 3-point shooters, because Antonio Reeves has been amazing this year. Now, early in the year, he probably had the pressure, felt like he had to score more. Then he realized he had 3-point shooters, like you brought up, guys that could hit the shot, right?
Yeah.
And so now he's kind of taking a back seat until he's needed. Still getting 19 points, and he's shooting 50% from 3-point range, right?
It's weird you say that. I don't feel like he's taking a back seat at all. Maybe mentally, and maybe he's deferring more to his teammates.
Right.
Letting them have more, taking some of the pressure off himself.
Right, the pressure.
But like you said, he's still averaging 18, 19 points a game. And now he's not just shooting threes. And and that's a question is still, okay, he's like maybe one or two guys that, I would prefer to just stand out there and launch them all day long, right? Open or not open, just shoot them. Because you're shooting at such a high rate. And I know Reed shooting better. Reed doesn't shoot as many.
Right.
So it just I want him, but he's showing that he's got the ability to penetrate and finish.
Yeah.
Like he's got that little floater, and it's so sweet. He just lobs it over and makes it at a pretty high rate right now.
After the last game against Arkansas, he was asked about maybe being an All-American contender and all that. Well, here's what Chuck Martin had to say about Antonio this week.
Yeah, I think Antonio's one of the best guards in the country. I think people who have watched us and followed us, I mean, in my opinion, obviously I'm biased, he shoots the ball as well as anyone in the country. He's starting to beat people off the dribble and finish at the rim at a high rate. And if for anyone who was at the game the other day at Arkansas, he was unbelievable defensively.
All right, so what do you think, Cameron? I mean, is he an All-American candidate at this point?
No. That's a great question. I don't know. You know, the thing is that so far this year, I don't know how you can argue against it. But, you know, I think what's unfair is we talk a lot, and I'm guilty of it. I talk a lot about these freshmen.
Yeah.
I mean, and Antonio and Trey have been the guys that have been consistent all year.
Yeah.
Even when the team has been inconsistent, they've been consistent. And, well, they're fifth-year seniors, basically.
Yep.
I mean, maybe they exactly are. So, I mean, that's what you'd expect out of them. So, from that standpoint, I'll vote for him all day long if I had a vote. Yes, absolutely.
Good.
But the year's not over yet. Season's not over yet. We got hopefully two more big months.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you talked earlier about the defense, said not quite where you'd want it to be at this point, but I think the last game was as good as it's looked all season. Last two games, they've held opponents to 59.5 points in those two games.
I think we jumped in the KenPom ratings, defensive. I think we jumped like 28 points. I think we're up to 70 now.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I had a hard time. I still have a hard time. Okay, was that us? Or was that Arkansas's poor offense? Because they didn't play great offense.
They did not.
So are we moving up defensively now, numbers-wise and percentage-wise, simply because, well, we face two teams, you know, average offensively. And sometimes you can't tell. I mean, it's rare that you can watch a play and say, okay, great offense and great defense in the same play. Yeah. Well, in a game like that, you're like, okay, well, it's a low-scoring game. It was a fun game to watch, but low. But I guess what made it fun is, well, last 10 minutes of the game, we pulled it out. And somebody finally got hot. So that was fun. But there's so many areas that if you just watch us play defense that we're still not doing, and I think I've said this on the show before, talking seems to be one of them. Because whatever our game plan is for whatever game, if Cal does go to a zone, which I guess he's threatening to do, which I don't believe he will.
Will not happen.
Threatening to do.
Playing with everybody. But it's just one of those things where there's just little things that we've got to improve on. And I know those are things they're working on, but we've got a bunch of 18-year-olds. Antonio and Trey, you watch them, they're where they need to be most of the time.
Right.
It's the other guys that are taking some chances they shouldn't, not in places of rotation, that kind of thing.
Cameron, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
You can hear him on the game or before every game.
Before the game.
Right. On the UK Sports Radio Network. And coming up next on BBN tonight, Keith is going to talk one-on-one with Ugana Onyenso. We'll be right back.
We're here for you. We're all finished up with you guys. Let us run and get that paperwork for you. Hannah? Whoa.
Speedy service. That's UKFCU. We got you a new card and stop the fraud.
Nice block. We're here for you, night and day. UK Federal Credit Union. Here for you, here for life.
BBN Tonight, sponsored locally by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Fishing trip hit a snag. Won't stop us. In a Nissan SUV, adventure begins where the road ends.
Drive a Nissan SUV. Now get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,000 in MAC cash on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
No one wins alone.
NASCAR is really a team sport. You need your mechanics, your pit crew to make everything come together.
No different at Morgan & Morgan. That attorney has a great team behind him that makes them the winning team.
Sonny's Slow Smoke Specials, all for $12 or less. For limited time, choose from a pork big deal, barbecue salad, wing basket, or pork and rib combo. Every Monday through Friday, only at Sonny's Barbecue.
Introducing the Chevy family of SUVs. Do more with tech. Do more with safety. Do more with style. The Chevy family of SUVs. There's one for everything you do. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models. Or current competitive owners get $1,500 total cash allowance on this Equinox.
See your Kentucky Select Chevy dealers.
We invite you to try something new, a patient-first approach, providing the highest level of personalized care to become the best version of yourself. Marshall Lifestyle Medicine. Welcome to the future of healthcare.
Welcome back, listeners. I'm here with Jeff, who works in one of Eyeglass World's in-store labs. Is that where you keep your time machines?
We don't have time machines.
But you can make customers' glasses the same day.
Yep, because we have in-store labs, not time machines.
Teleporters?
Nope.
Wormholes?
No.
Parallel timeline?
In.
Parallel universes?
Store.
Parallel parking?
Labs.
Magic wardrobes?
No, in-store labs.
Get 2 pairs of glasses for $89 the same day at Eyeglass World, the world's best way to buy glasses.
The rain has left the building. The clouds are going to follow. We'll talk about that at 11.
Welcome back into BBN tonight. John Calipari has just confirmed DJ Wagner is out tonight. He will not play due to an ankle injury. Reed Shepard will start in his place, and Adut Vieira will get the start in place of Justin Edwards. Now, all 21 feet of 7-footers are available for Kentucky, and we've seen all 3 of those guys have their moments for the Cats this season. Of course, Aaron Bradshaw's came against this very team that he'll see again tonight, the Florida Gators. Big Z had all those shots a couple weeks ago against Georgia on this very court, and then Ugonna Onyenso has just slowly been chipping away at it all season, getting better and better the more he's able to play. But maybe his best game of the season is the game he just played in Fayetteville against the Razorbacks. That's where Keith talked to him one-on-one.
Do you realize that you guys started this game 1 of 18?
Really?
Yes.
1 of 18?
Yes.
1 of 18. So you're saying if we made, out of that 1 of 18, if we made like 4 or 5 buckets out of that 1 of 18,
yeah,
we probably would have been them by 20.
You were only down 2 at the half and you started 1 of 18.
Wow. I mean, it's our defense, you know, it's our defense. Because people said that we suffered defensively, you know. We came into the game, you know, locked in defensively. We know we got the offense. The offense is there.
Yeah.
You know, it don't matter like if we went 1 for 18 or 0 for 18. It don't matter. You know, as long as we defensively sound, we're gonna get whatever we need defensively. You know, and I'm really proud of our team, you know, for locking in defensively and trusting one another.
What does it mean to win one defensively? You guys have, run a lot of people out of the gym offensively, but to do it defensively, what does that mean?
I mean, it means a lot, you know. It means that as a team, we can do it. It means we can do it as a team, but we got to consistently do it, you know, for us to make a run. Yeah. And I think this is a step. I mean, I think losing to South Carolina, you know, was a step, you know, to playing the way we're playing. We just got to keep doing it like every game, coming into every game, locking in defensively and trusting one another.
Had lost the last 2 games on the road. What does it mean to win on the road like this in an environment like they had today?
You know, most of the losses we had, you know, it's because of us, you know. But coming in, knowing that we got one job to do, and that's locking in on the defensively, that means a lot. You know, that really means a lot for our team. You know, hopefully moving forward, we gotta keep, you know, defending. We gotta take pride in our defense.
You had a nice run. 25 minutes of action tonight. Really got into the flow. 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 blocks. How did it feel out there?
I got 3 blocks.
Yeah.
3 blocks?
How did it feel?
I don't think so. I think I got more blocks. But it's okay though.
Right.
But it's okay though. I'm happy that, you know, I got to help the team, you know, in a way I can, you know, and that means a lot to me. You know, for my teammates to trust me, knowing that I got their back, you know, that really means a lot for the team. You know, like I said, I'm happy that, you know, I impacted the game in the way I could.
Next up, Florida, team you've already faced. The reason I can ask you about them, and then it was a close one down there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a home game this time, you know. Luckily, hopefully, we gotta, you know, stay defensively sound and be more physical. If we're physical and get a rebound, like, I think we'll be fine.
All right, so I gave you a couple of assists in warm-ups now on 3-pointers, right? We're gonna make this a thing?
Me and you?
Yeah.
Of course, you know. I gotta keep practicing my threes, because if you keep giving me the assists, I gotta make the threes, you know.
Agreed.
I gotta keep practicing my threes, so we can make it a thing.
Gotta make the point guard look good. Ugonna, congrats.
Thank you.
Hey, that was my friend Logan's soccer coach. Why'd you wave at her?
Because she's also our Kentucky Farm Bureau insurance agent. She's the one that helped us get our house fixed after that big storm last year.
Well, that explains the name of their team.
Which is?
The Storm.
Good one.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
BBN Tonight. Sponsored locally by Family Wealth Group and by Pepsi.
Tonight at 11, Lexington leaders are counting the city's homeless population. We'll explain why. Plus, the Gators come to Rupp Arena to take on the Wildcats. We'll have highlights, and several Kentuckians are in the running for a Grammy Award. We'll hear from two of them at 11.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
It's the performance and power of luxury without the luxury cost when you shop our premium pre-owned headquarters at Audi Lexington. We've sourced the area's best selection of pre-owned Audis, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, BMWs, and so much more, giving you a premium experience with every drive. Make Audi Lexington your destination for luxury design and the precision engineering of your favorite luxury brands all in one place. Luxury meets your reality when you visit the premium pre-owned headquarters at Audi Lexington and AudiLexington.com.
What makes Wells Plastic Surgery and Skincare different? Wells now offers Genius Radiofrequency Microneedling, the industry's most advanced non-surgical procedure for skin tightening. It also improves wrinkling, skin texture, and acne scarring for smoother, firmer skin. And at our practice, your Genius consultation and treatment will be administered by plastic surgeon Dr. Sarah Soni Kalma. Wells Plastic Surgery and Skincare, Central Kentucky's most experienced plastic surgery practice.
Thanks, everybody. Let's get on it.
Hey, Carl, hang on a second.
Yeah, what's up?
I was having trouble hearing him.
Really? There's a lot on the line here.
Yeah, I know.
Well, maybe it's time to get your hearing checked. You know, I went to Audibel, and it's been a total game changer.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they gave me the free test. They worked out all the insurance. I was hearing great by the end of the day, and it was way less than I thought it would be. I just wish I'd done it sooner.
What's that phone number?
When you have a place that you love, there's no better experience on earth.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or a country fried steak biscuit. Any 2, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Rise and shine
with Central Kentucky's favorite way to start the day.
LEX 18 News at sunrise.
It's a moment to shine.
Weekdays 4:30 to 7 a.m. You're watching BBN Tonight, presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics.
Starting lineups are underway in Rupp Arena, but there is still time to get in on the Commonwealth Causes 50-50 raffle. You have until 9:45 tonight, and then the winner will be announced. A great way to participate in their NIL efforts for Kentucky Athletics. Tickets are just $5. Go to CommonwealthCauses.org to get your tickets and to see the winner revealed tonight.
All right, Cats and Gators, Part 2, taking place on ESPN. Thanks to Cameron Mills for helping us get you ready for it tonight.
Yes, and thank you for joining us live from Rupp Arena. We will be tweeting the game on our account at BBN Tonight. We'll see you there, and we'll have you covered post-game as well. Farmer, I'm Maggie Davis. Have a good night.
Coach Wood looks like he's got a play in mind.
62 and 78, you're in. We're going for 3. All right, here we go.
Take charge of the fun with Kentucky Lottery's Keno, where you call the shots.
Fact versus fiction with Bathfitter. Fiction, it's too expensive to remodel your bath. Fact, with Bathfitter's tub over tub process, you'll get the bath you want to fit your budget. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.